I really hate that war over there, and especially losing all of our great young men and women over there. I said, well, why don't you write a patriotic song? And he said, well, I might do that. A month later, he called me from a hotel room in New York, and he said, I didn't write a song, but I wrote a recitation that you're going to like, Tommy. And I said, okay. And I was the first person to ever hear this. He recited it to me on the telephone, and it's a great piece of material called Ragged Old Flag. I walked through a county courthouse square, and on the park bench an old man was sitting there. I said, your old courthouse is a little run down. He said, no, it'll do for our little town. I said, your old flagpole is kind of leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it. He said, is this the first time you've been to our little town? I said, I think it is. He said, well, have a seat. So I sat down. He said, now, son, I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware, and it got powder burned the night Francis Scott Key sat up watching it writing, "Oh, say, can you see?" And it got a little rip in New Orleans with Jackson and Pakenham tugging at its seams. And it almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on, though. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville. She got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee and Beauregard and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she took a big hole from a perfect gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low by the time that one was through. She's been to Korea, Vietnam, the Middle East. She goes where she's sent by her Uncle Sam, and she waves from our ships out on the briny foam. But we'd about quit waving her back here at home. In her own good land, she'd been abused. She had been burned, denied, dishonored, and refused. And sometimes the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. And she gets threadbare and she wears mighty thin. But she's in good shape for the shape she's in, because she's been through the fire before. And I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, and we bring her down slowly every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her upright. On second thought, I do like to brag, because I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag. This truth is marching on.
Up, guys.
Hey! Have you enjoyed this great band, the Cash Crew? Hey! Good night, everybody.
Spotlight guys, get it back up here. What did you say out there? I don't think he can hear you. What did you say?